So I'm in the back garden and I'm going to have a look at this jungle and see if I can see any squash plants that I can actually harvest. I've got to be careful not to squish the vines though, because at the moment it just looks like a sea of leaves with escapees going here, there and everywhere. So let us have a look if there's anything mature. I think that will do for one there. And then there's one over here, and it looks like the stalk's starting to dry. So I'm going to pick a few. So this one on the roof is slowly growing nicely. They are quite hidden. So I'm going to take those 3 inside. But the rest I'm going to leave out. I think there was about 10. So yeah, rough count is about 10 there-ish. Can't remember if that includes those 3. So for 4 plants, that's not bad. We'll see how they survive the cold night. So that's all but one big butternut that's still down the allotment. That's just 3 Queensland Blue. I got at least another 10 out there. Where on earth am I going to store them? I have these little ones here. So good morning, I'm down here. I haven't been down for a while, at least maybe a week. It looks like the squash plants haven't been totally taken out by the had a couple of cold nights. I haven't gone to look at the tomato plants yet, but we'll see whether those have survived and whether they've got blight. I think my plan of attack today needs to be, if squash plants are totally finished, then I will just cut down all the vine and just kind of cover the ground, stop the weeds. I don't really want to be doing tomato cares. Maybe a bit of watering in the greenhouse. And then my there are some more messy areas, but I think I'll either tackle the brassica cage because it's got really weedy, or I will prune and cut back the flower bed, because that's like, I can't use my hammock at the moment because I can hardly get in that area. I think that'd be the best use of my time down here today. It's grey, overcast, mild, but not particularly cold or hot. So I know the tayberries need, a lot of work because of the bindweed, but one better at a time. So I've come down to the tomato beds and yep, they're still going. It wasn't cold enough to kill them off. They're still going in the greenhouse. I shouldn't be complaining about still having tomatoes. Oh well, I'm going to leave them alone today. I think I'm definitely going to tackle the flower bed. It looks a mess. It's totally overgrown, behind me. That's what I'm going to tackle. So yeah, cut back the rose, or train it, the daisy thing along there. I think I'll start from that side and work my way this way. Well, this is my progress so far. Half the bed done. I can now see that the water level for the pond is a little low. But although it looks extreme, obviously I'm leaving stuff like roses. But the other stuff, the perennial stuff, I'm just chopping back. If it wants to grow a bit more this season, it can. But most of it would die back anyway in the winter. I've left the heucheras at either end. Now I gotta do that right hand side And this is the pile I've cut off. So it should compost down nicely. Okay, so I finished cutting back the flower bed. Let me show you. Right, I have tied in some of the rows because it seems to be very rambling. So I don't know if it's a climbing or rambling row. So half the stems I've tied up over the arch. The others I've cut shorter. And then I've cut virtually everything back. I left a bit of the, I think it's geranium and whatever that is in the corner. I've left the heucheras. You can see the pond now. I need to top it up with a bit of water. But yeah, quite a bit of foliage got cut off. But that'll bounce back next year. I just need to maybe try and find some bark chippings, give it a bit of a mulch. Look at that, a happy cabbage white. Because these brassicas are not netted. Oh well. So I can finally rest in my hammock again on the plot. Now that this area is trimmed back. I know there's not lots of room for relaxation on the plot, but you've got to have a little bit. Where do you go on your plot to relax? So I'm in the brassica tent and yeah, it's a mess. I'm going to do what I can. I don't know if I can do it all today, but if I can just tidy up, weed. But the soil is so dry. It didn't quite turn out as I wanted it to. So I need to clear all this dead foliage from the bottom. I need to weed. There might be a bit that's harvestable, but not a lot. And then I'm not supposed to have raspberries in here. Those have come over from next door. Well, on this side, all I've done is literally just hand weed, just pull at the top stuff. So I haven't got roots of the weeds out necessarily, but it looks so much better. Now to tackle this side. This won't be as easy. Well, this will have to do in the brassica cage. Let me show you my progress. Aside from the soil, which is cracked and it's probably got rodent holes, I've got a little bit there. A few sweet around the edge. Is it Nero di Toscana kale? I think that's kaleets. And then more sweet. And then a couple of, I'm not sure, brassicas. But that down the middle is what I pulled out. Well, after creating two big piles, one in the tent and one there, I think that's going to have to do for today. So I'm off home now. Thanks for watching, bye for now. Well, I just looked at this thermometer here, and that cold spell, we had a couple of cold nights. Down at the plot here, it says it got down to 1.8. So not quite a frost, but almost. It just shows the temperature difference between here, down at the bottom of the valley, and up the hill where I live. But the tomato plants still look okay. So it wasn't enough to kill them off. So I decided before it gets too cold, I'm going to harvest the rosemary here and take some sage back to dehydrate. So I think that would be sensible before it gets too cold. Well, most of my lavender is bouncing back. That head cut doesn't look too healthy, but most of it survived the severe prune I gave it, which is good. So time to harvest the herbs. So now the bushes are a lot smaller, and I have a great big bunch of pineapple sage there and rosemary in there. The question is, do I harvest any of the normal sage? I might harvest some of the normal sage, but I think the rest of it can stay put there for now. And that's what the three bushes, the rosemary, the normal sage and the pineapple sage, look like. They'll bounce back. So I harvested the pineapple sage, the rosemary and the normal sage. That'll be great once it's dehydrated. So I'm going to go home now. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.